Hey all, Avros here, back with the next Lufenia Plus fight. This one is for our newest character, Llyud, from Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings. This is a fight against two Terror Armour bosses, and they have an orb with an odd increase trigger. So for this one, the orbs spawn in when the boss goes below 80% HP, and each one spawns for each boss independently. It will spawn in with a 10 count, has a maximum count of 10, and unleashes a lethal attack this time, so it needs to be effectively controlled, which is done by either an enemy dealing HP damage to your party or your own attacks dealing HP damage as part of the attack. Think attacks like what Dark Knight Cecil does previously, or conveniently Llyud does himself. Other than the orb, the main attacks to be afraid of from this fight are Helm Splitter, a bravery attack that inflicts the Cursed Eyes debuff and gives the attacker an attack up buff, and Fell Fey Eyes, an all bravery plus split damage HP attack that also applies Cursed Eyes. The plus version of this attack also delays the party by 1 turn. So Cursed Eyes, this is the more annoying aspect of this fight. This is a stacking debuff that goes through the following mechanics as it stacks. At 1 stack, it is a 100% initial bravery poison effect. 2 stacks, it also does bravery damage resistance down by 10%. At 3 stacks, it does bravery damage dealt down by 10%. At 4 stacks, it is speed down by 30%. And at 5 stacks, it is a HP poison for 30% of the boss that inflicts its attack done per turn. To deal with this, you need to bring a cleanser or some sort of debuff evasion. I actually raced this debuff myself and had some cleanse, and it still messed me up on some attempts for this fight. So in the end, I feel like I got more lucky with clearing this fight than in any sort of repeatable manner. So I'll provide some sort of general advice and tips rather than going through how I actually did all of my turns to clear this fight. So for this one, I used Llyud for orb control, Machina for dealing damage, and Bartz for additional auras, and bravery refund and fueling Machina to do as much damage with him as possible. A double support build for this fight was likely not the best option, but I did make it work. The bosses themselves aren't immune to delete in this fight, so another tip is to bring along Amidatelion as a solution that I brought for myself to do some level of control over when the turns happen for this fight. Additionally, I did also use Warrior of Light's LD to prevent some of the damage towards the later half of the fight to make sure I could keep that HP damage requirement available. And at the tail end of the fight, I did use my friend unit, which happened to be the twins, but they never really got to attack anything more than a single target. So it may have been smarter to use them at the start of the encounter and then use Machina's BT damage to clean up at the end of it, rather than the other way around, which is how I approached this fight. Don't be afraid as well to stall at the end of this one if you do need to heal. I had to do that as well, especially if you bring a healer or you're bringing Llyud, because that can make sure you make that HP damage requirement, which for me was the big bugbear that made this harder to clear and took the repeated attempts to just get that one requirement to get through this fight. On that note, thank you for watching. If you'd like to discuss this fight any further or request any further assistance, please ask in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.みんな力を貸してくれ。もらった。負けられないんだ。終わりだ。終わりだ。
新たな空を求めて乗り越えろ。
甘い。もう倒れてくれ。終わりだ。穴から俺は来たよ。受けてみよう。先行の一撃を。
心の赴くままに空をかける。
終わりだ。終わりだ。
新たな空を求めて乗り越えろ。
甘い。もう倒れてくれ。終わりだ。成敗。
うなれ、やるよ。
甘い。もう倒れてくれ。終わりだ。
任せろ。燃えるようだ。ふん、ここで眠れ。
終わりだ。終わりだ。
バシッと決めるよ。
こっからマジだ。
お願い。
今だ。
届け。
甘い。もう倒れてくれ。終わりだ。
心の赴くままに空をかける。
覚悟はいい？
ビビんなよ。
必殺
ドッカーン。終わりだ。甘い。もう倒れてくれ。終わりだ。光あれ覚悟。
うなれ、やるよ。
頼むぜ。
これで
そうぜ。
女神ラ
新たな空を求めて乗り越えろ。
終わりだ。
使い時か。燃えるようだ。ふん、ここで眠れ。
甘い。もう倒れてくれ。もっと強く。